India, on a fun note, maybe one or two activities that you've really enjoyed with young adults, and they're like, that was awesome, we got to do that again.
Yeah.
Maybe some activity ideas.
Yeah, and I'll say this to start that everything changes based upon vocation and where you're at.
Okay.
So, in the Midwest where I grew up, an activity looked very different.
Yeah.
In LA, it's a whole different story because a lot of these kids already have season passes to this place or that place, or they'll go with their friends.
Yeah.
To me, the greatest and most effective activities are when I open my home.
Okay.
And just bring them there for chips and salsa, for hangout, put a football game on a Sunday night after service, board games, video games, whatever, and they show up, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And those have been by far the most successful. Also, you get a lot of unplanned counseling sessions in on a night like that throughout your home. And so there is something, I asked one of our college students that question, what are the greatest activities? We've had beach activities, we've gone to UCLA football games, and honestly, we'll have 5 or 6 kids go sometimes in a college roster of 100, But I open up my home on a Sunday night, and kids you haven't seen in a month just start showing up. They see you in your home and in a personal light, and it's special to them to see my kids running around the house and hanging out with them, and my wife in the kitchen hanging out, and even cleaning up and doing dishes as she's talking. It's just something to them that's like, wow, this is real. And I think by far the greatest thing you can do, and it's an inconvenience at times, because you want to make sure the house is super clean then, you got everything in order, but opening up your home, I don't think there's anything that can replace that for young adults, because a lot of them, we live in a society and in a day where most homes are broken. So if they can see a godly home of a husband and wife that love each other and love them, and they can see a picture of how great it is to live right and put God first, they'll want that. And then you get to fellowship with them in the meantime. So to me, if you'll hurt yourself if you don't open up your home. You've got to do that. That would be our number one activity. They always want that. Our best attended by far.
I cannot agree with you more on that, because I found out that I can push and push and push rock climbing, and we'll get a few show up. Or I can say, hey, cereal at my place, and it's just like, oh my, they just start.
You can't get them out. There's been times I've literally just said, hey guys, I'm going to bed, to close the gate on the way out, and the guys stay up and play Uno or board games or watch a game until 1 o'clock. And, I'm fine with that. But again, and that's where I go back to saying it's a little inconvenient at times, but they love that. They want to see you personally and know that you're real. And open up your home, and it'll just change things. Anything, even meeting at the church, meeting at places, they'll do that. But your home, I think, is just key.
I agree.
It's that personal touch.
I agree.
So that's been really effective for us.
I agree.
Even here in California, because again, they can go anywhere they want, but your home is like, what's going on at their home? That's something unique and different for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I found that when I open my home, we have a fun time with board games and food and stuff like that. And then I say, hey, let's open up God's Word and let's read a chapter.
That's true.
They are glued. They really, because I think that gives one step further of purpose. Okay, I'm coming to have fun, but now we're going to talk about God's Word and a practical application. You know what? I'll come to that. I'll spend a 15 or 20 minutes going through God's Word with that. So I could not agree with you more with that.
And a Bible study even on site will not be the same as a Bible study in your home. Like you said, there's something that just breaks down walls. There's comfort there. They're sitting on a couch and another person in a chair and another person on the floor, and they're just comfortable. It's a home. And you just have a conversation with them, but you can get deep in Bible study. It's valuable. It's great.
Absolutely. Well, Brother Connors, I've really enjoyed our time today.
Thank you.
I think we've covered a lot of great teaching topics and ideas for activities and connecting with young adults. And I'm so glad that you joined us today for this brief time. And I hope this was a help to you. No doubt you'll probably watch it at least once, but maybe 2 or 3 times, getting what we talked about and really creating that passion and developing that culture in your class with activities and also teaching topics and just connecting. I think organic, authentic relationships is really what we've talked about, and I think that's really what these young adults want. So Brother Connors, thank you so much for taking your time out of your schedule and coming to be with us today, and I so appreciate that.
Glad to do it. Thank you.
We'll connect next time, but thank you so much for tuning in today.